stable. Everyone has a dream guardian, someone to rely on, to have someone to catch all your tears, be a substitute friend. Why can't I?
Happened on the night your parents died. It only happened 3 days ago. The memory should be fresh in your mind. No weapon is more powerful than a weapon created by the human mind. Remember how your parents were always leaving on business trips? Your mother and father were part of us. Dream eaters, infiltrators of the human mind, thieves of innermost fears and desires. If you die outside a dream, you won't ever return. It looks like someone really despised what your parents did for a living, kid.
They have to come back.
Tell me what you remember and we shall release you from the InQ guard. You know it's a dream, why don't you shape it? It's the same tool that your parents once used. You must be able to remember in this state.
I can't.
Give me the information now. We need to know why this happened. Your mind is ours. Inducing nightmares in a child, Arman? 10 is an age that is far too young for your people's mindless games. A person's heart is something far too precious to toy with. Gar, you're You've built up a world to torture others because you've lost sight of how it truly feels to be conscious. Step aside.
How could you have possibly taken that kind of risk? What makes you think that you can shoot somebody down like that? We're murderers now.
It's none of your concern. You're too young to understand the reality of dreams. Everything in this plane of existence is permitted. Too bad it's just not quite the same in real life. We wouldn't have to deal with people who like to prey on the minds of children.
Well, thank you for taking care of him. My name is Aislinn. May I ask who you are?
A friend. Call me Morpheus. But it doesn't matter now. We need to get you out of here. Your parents are gone. He's just woken up. You're going to be trapped in a cycle of dreams until you figure out how to wake up.
But how could I possibly do that? I'm not as strong as the people who are holding me.
By becoming one of them. No weapon is more powerful than that of the human mind, and dream eaters always leave their behind when they awaken. Pick up his gun and the serum he has left behind.
Is her life support system stable? She can't stay on the Inkuguard for much longer. She's going to die.
But we need to know. We need to know. Everything must be prepared for the heist. It's experimental, I know, but we can't just unleash a person with her capabilities upon the world, no matter how young she may be.
I don't understand. What is so unique about her?
Her parents were one of us. An unintended side effect of the serum that we dream eaters use makes us sterile. They were so desperate to have one of their own that they used the Intrigard to create a child in their dreams, in a process similar to creating a dream guardian. They modified our existing technology in order to give her form. Any modifications to or misuse of our tools is forbidden. She has a human brain, human eyes. They've designed the child of their dreams by manipulating genetics, but she may have inherited the abilities of her parents. How they managed to accomplish this, I'll never know.
I see. Why is that?
I had to. That's why I have to.
What is this place?
Not so quiet now, are you? That's because this is a reflection of where you want to be, what you want, what you feel, what you remember from bedtime stories about what life was like before the war. It's all here, and it's all real inside your mind.
You mean anything I or a dream eater can insert into my mind can appear in my dream?
Correct.
What if it's something scary? I've never had a nightmare before. Is it because my mother and father have always been there to protect me? That bad man said they worked as dream eaters.
You can't continue having nightmares. The dream eaters will slowly devour your life if you don't destroy them first. They have their ways. Serum, terror gas, and beta blockers. It's the only way they can get information nowadays. What with all the legal protocols surrounding infringements of human rights? But your parents aren't here to protect you anymore. So I'm afraid you're stuck with me.
But why strap me to that lucid dreaming machine that my parents always had with them when they weren't working? And they're coming back, I know they will, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, Aislinn, but they're dead.
No, they can't be!
I see you haven't learnt a thing or changed a bit from our last encounter.
What more do you want from me?
I know what your parents have been hiding from us. Now tell us what they had been planning on the night they died. How did they modify our technology? Did you see any schematics in the days leading up to their deaths? You must have noticed a change. The grilling stops now, Arman. Aislinn's not just an experiment. She's fulfilled more over the course of this one night in her sleep than you ever will in a lifetime of dreams. It's time to face your reality, Arman. You've forgotten what it's like to see the world through the eyes of a child.
I'm not afraid of your nightmares anymore, Armin.
You've been sharing your dangerous methods of spawning children with other dream eaters, haven't you? Soon Brodair will be overrun with your hideous creations, dream eaters whose powers may transcend those of ordinary agents. She has the ability to not only shape dreams, but also the fabric of reality.
You killed my parents! How could you turn on your own allies?
There was a struggle. They would have rather died than give up their creations. I was forced to take action.
Morpheus, I'm awake. The lab, the dream eaters, everything has gone.
The nightmare is over, Aislinn. You won't be needing me anymore.
But what now? How will I survive without you? I'm only little.
You'll make do. You can guide your own mind now.
Will I ever see you again?
I can't tell you for sure, but I'll always be with you in your dreams, just like your parents will be.
Okay, take it off.
But what did we do? She took how
We're filming.
Oh my god, she fell down. Poor Sarah. I can feel something crawling on my leg. Can you take it off? I'm trying to film here. That's a wrap, people.
That's a wrap, people.
Yay, the last bit of filming is finished.